So I would like to talk to you guys a little bit about a new thing that I made that I've never talked about anywhere else. Recently, I released a new piece of Gravity Falls media called The Book with Bill. Who here, show of hands, have maybe read it? Okay, we got a couple people who have read it, all right? Who here, show of hands, have like heard of it? Like maybe a few more people have heard of it than have read it? Okay, so this is like, since this book came out and since I released it, I have never had any kind of public appearance like this thing. There's been no Q&A, there's been no behind the scenes. No one knows how this came together. You're the first group of people that I'm going to tell a little bit about the secrets of how this thing came together, and then we will get into your Q's and A's about your various animation questions. So we're going to talk a little bit about the Book of Bill. I want to talk about how this thing came to be. Basically, so Gravity Falls is a popular series. Thank you for watching it, making it popular, and funding my spine recovery. Thank you. Once the show was concluded, we did a journal for the book. So those of you who see the show, which I guess is everyone, Dipper has a spooky journal, and we made a book out of it, and it was very successful. And then Disney asked me if I wanted to do another book. And I said, well, I don't know. I mean, if I want to do another book, it should be something really weird and, can I swear? Really weird and messed up. Can I say effed up? Really effed up. And maybe like a satanic Bible where like Bill Cipher, the villain of the show, is teaching children how to like murder and stuff like that. And Disney said no. He said, that's insane. Why would we agree to that? We're a family-friendly company. We are going to get lawsuits. And I said, fair enough, Disney. Goodbye. And then I just didn't make a book. And then years and years went by. And then recently, a year and a half ago or something, Disney called me up and they said, hey, it's been a while. People are really hungry for Gravity Falls content. Do you still want to do that satanic evil Bill book? And I was like, yeah, of course, but what changed? And I don't know, desperation kicked in, I'm not sure. My theory is that when I released Gravity Falls, the world was like medium weird, and now it's gotten weirder, so weirdness inflation has resulted in a hunger for new weird products. So they agreed to let me make this cursed, insane book. So I basically responded to them. Here we go, here's my beautiful desktop photos. Enjoy it, enjoy it. Here we go. I'm going to show you something no one has ever seen before, which is the pitch for the Book of Bill. Right here, the Book of Bill, the book that reads you. Oh wait, it's not showing up. Oh God, we've got a tech disaster. Oh, here we go. It's fine. That was a problem for a moment. So basically, I sort of explained to Disney Publishing that I wanted to do something really evil and messed up, that I wanted there to be backwards letters, and cult explanations, and Bill introducing himself to you, and false history, and Bill working for Disney in the 30s. They rejected that. That didn't wind up being part of the book, but it was something I wanted to see. How we're going to talk about Bill's enemies, his origins, his ex-girlfriend, the secrets of the universe, life, death, fate, horror, free will, love, truth, how to take over the world, how to raise your dead, drive your enemies insane, and him losing his absolute mind over thinking about Stanley Klein's and freaking out over it. And also how I wanted it to have infinite impossible things, a physical key and lock, an intact black seal, Viewmaster reel, a mirror in the book so you see your own face, pop-up pages, holes torn in the center of the book. They could not afford any of that. I was told that would make each book cost $10,000 a piece, so that wasn't included. And especially what I really wanted to do is I wanted to have a cursed book display in Barnes & Noble's where you see the book, the Bill is possessing the other books, like they're turning black and gnarled and evil. They said they couldn't afford it, so I paid for it. And I made one. Creativity is a negotiation between what's possible and what's a bad idea, and if you just keep trying and throw yourself in front of the train, sometimes it stops for you. You never know. And then, once we sort of had an approval to make this insane book, I have not, by the way, I have not reread what this says prior to putting it on the screen for you guys. So someone is screen capping this and uploading it to Tumblr and saying, oh my gosh, this means stuff about lore. I'm sure none of it means anything. Just slide that down. was reaching out to all of my artists to try to sort of put the artwork together a little bit. We started trying to brainstorm covers. Here are our secret visual development covers by our artist Ian Worrell, genius, art director of Gravity Falls. Here you see he came up with lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of cover concepts. I just told him it should look like the most evil book in the world. Go nuts. I don't know. What do we think? What do we think? Which is the best one? I'm kind of partial to this guy right here. This dude just having the greatest day of his life. Oh, triangle! Ah, he's my god now. I renounce all others. And so, a lot of biz dev, a lot of brainstorming. This is what we wound up with. Simple, very simple. But because there were so many great ideas, we decided to actually have the book open up with Bill being indecisive. This is something I'll say about the creative process. If you can't decide what to do, just do everything. So here we have Bill looking at the cover and saying, no, you call that a cover? What are you, cheap? Here, I got a better one for you. Snap, snap, snap. He snaps his fingers, and the covers change and change and change until the cover is just him duct taped inside the book because he's a narcissist. And the best thing he could think of would be himself. Here, let me show you an image of where we wound up here. PDF of the entire book. I can just airdrop that to you guys later. You don't have to buy it. No, wait, buy it. I get residuals. Stand by here. The tech situation. The tech person helped me understand how to. You may just have to imagine it, or grab the book from the guy in the front. I did want to quickly show you where we landed with the covers. So the book begins by asking you to place your hand on it, place your name, say it's time to get weird, and if you do, you summon this. I wasted 2 full pages of this. Bill Cipher appears. He explodes out of the book. He tells you why you need him in your life. He says, I'm perfectly fine. And then, when you shake his hand, you see the book of Bill. He says, you call that a cover? What is this, amateur hour? I can do better than that! And then he snaps his fingers, and we see all these different covers. Spook-em-ups, the book of Bill, the love triangle. Too basic, too nostalgic, too preachy, too ravishing. There we go, perfect! The crowd loved it! And here we see the perfect final book of Bill right here. You'll see these are all of Bill's proprietary Photoshop. So that's all the tools that you guys are used to. Let's see, here's dry stab, wet stab. Here's somebody going into the rats. We don't know what that does. Black and yellow, the only 2 colors that matter. And of course, his process here. Scale, rotate, skew, torture physically, torture mentally, remove intestine, stab, vertical, stab, horizontal, chop a piece, put a garbage bag. I got no notes on this section. They were completely fine with it. Gosh, one other thing I would like to show you before we get back to questions, because it is so bizarre, is part of this book is Gravity Falls. Those of you who've seen it, as everyone you know, is full of secrets. And so with this book, we wanted to hide more secrets than we'd ever hidden anywhere else. Now, I'll say most of the secrets of the book, since it's come out thanks to Reddit, have been discovered. Most of them. I'm not going to tell you where the undiscovered secret is. You're going to have to look for it for yourself. But I'll show you 2 of the hardest secrets that they discovered, so it puts you in the mindset of just how weird the last hidden secret is. So one of the hidden secrets, one of the hardest to find, starts on the very first page here. You'll see that coffee stain. There's coffee stains all throughout the book. Here's one here, here's one here. I was trying to think of something that would plausibly be in a book, but not scream, I'm a code. If you overlay those coffee stains on this wheel, on this page right here, the break of each stain is in between 2 letters. The dot near the stain tells you what order to put those letters in, and all of the stains collectively over the course of the book give you a secret message. That was the third hardest in the book. The second hardest is right here on this page about silly straws. You can see Bill's having a great time, and here on the corner, you see numbers that have absolutely no explanation whatsoever. I was getting lots and lots of people tweeting me every hour, what's with the silly straws? Somebody filmed themselves breaking a bunch of silly straws and stomping on them angrily. That's how you know you've got your audience, folks. It's when they're sending you like beheading style videos of them burning your merchandise. You're like, ha! Got you in the palm of my hand. So this one, somebody figured out that the first pair of numbers in every group is no greater than 2, it's 1 or 2. The second pair of numbers is no greater than 21. And the third pair of numbers, the last pair never exceeds 60. From this, they were able to figure out that the first number must be a season, the second number must be an episode, and the third number must be a time code, and that each one of these takes you to episode 3, season 1, time code 438, and each of those time codes, a character says a word. If you splice all those words together, you get a message. It's a spooky message, perhaps about Bill's past, and it's. I encourage those of you to look up Silly Straws, Gravity Falls, Psychosis Breakdown to see what I hid there. So, of the 3 hardest codes in the book, these are 2 who have been found. There's one left that hasn't been found. I encourage all of you to hunt for it. I have not ever revealed that piece of information until right now. Okay, let's do some more Q&A.
Q&A.